How's it going, guys? My name is Dave Pallets. I'm a full-time eBay reseller. In this video, we're going to be talking about a few things that I personally don't like about eBay. Let's get into it. Alright guys, so if you guys learned anything in this video, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up, a like, or a comment. If you guys are new, also consider subscribing. Alright guys, so first things first, I want to, talk about eBay on a negative tone for the first time in this channel. And it's not really even that bad, just pointing out a few things that I personally don't like, and I think a lot of people can agree. The first thing is going to be obviously the fees. It is very expensive when you start selling on eBay in terms of the fees, because honestly, it says that it's like a 10% cut that they take, but after all the little stuff, like let's say if you do promoted listings or there's a bunch of other hidden fees. Honestly, me personally, I think I'm at 25% total after everything with the shipping, labels, and all that, just to sell on eBay. And when you're making 300,000, when you're doing 300,000 in sales, it ends up being a lot of money. So it is very expensive, but also it is expensive for a reason. They have all the traffic. They have done all the work for you, to where all you have to do is just buy the product and list it on eBay, and you could possibly get the sale. They have all the users on there. So if you were to build your own website and get that kind of traffic with those kind of sales, it'd be very, very hard. You can do it. It is possible, but it's very, very hard. And all they're doing is being the middleman, and they're collecting that money. So me personally, it's worth it to me to pay those fees, and they take it out before they even send me my money when I sell stuff. So it is expensive. Obviously, if I could build a website pretty easily, I would. Which I have a website, which is down below, which I am actually running a 50% off sale on bulk electronic lots that you guys can sell on eBay. But I'm not going to be able to do numbers on my website like I do on eBay when I'm just selling one-off items, right? So that's one thing I don't like about eBay. So yeah. All right, guys, so the second thing I don't like about eBay is on my store, I sell electronics. A lot of the items that I sell sometimes are 4 parts or do not work. Sometimes people buy them and they don't notice, and I don't accept returns on those specific items that aren't for parts. And they still can return the item if they use a specific reason. If they put item not as described, even though it's described perfectly, but if they put that reason, you're done. They can return it. Sometimes it's $100, $40, $50, and it adds up. And it's pretty annoying because I'll call eBay and I'll be like, hey guys, it says right here 4 parts are not working. It says in the title, in the description, in the item specifics, everything, that it does not work. And the people would still if they put item not as described, you're done. But if they were to put ordered by mistake, then you can decline to return. And then if they put does not work when it's for parts, you can decline to return. But if they put item not as described, they can get away with it, and it sucks. And I don't like that. It's very annoying when you sell. Let's say I recently sold a security camera. It's an Arlo brand one, and it had water damage and didn't work anymore. I put it for parts not working. Put that it had water damage. And that it's not working. I sold it for $40, pre-owned they're $100, so still sold it for $40. And I basically got that for, like $1, because the person that sold it to me were like, oh, it doesn't even work. I'm like, I could take it off your hands. I'll do you a favor, But yeah, it's annoying. The person got it and they said it does not work. And then I ended up eating the bullet because they put item not as described, saying that it does not work. And I couldn't do nothing. I called eBay and it was it. So it's gonna come back, and I'm gonna relist it. And what I'm gonna start doing now, if I have the time, like with that camera specifically, with the more hype items, like an Arlo or a Ring or like a PS4 or like more known items. When people buy that, what I'm gonna do is send them a message like, hey, you do know this doesn't work, right? Like at all whatsoever. I'll say that. And if they agree to it, then I'll send it. But sometimes people don't notice, they don't read, and that's just annoying. If they're cool with it, I'll send it. If not, sometimes maybe I'll point it out to them. They'll be like, oh, I didn't notice. Thanks for letting me know. So I'll just do that whenever I can. I do sell a lot of items, so I'll just try to keep that in mind, especially with the hyper items, more hype items. I've sold an iPad that was iCloud locked recently for like $300. It was a newer one. And I sold it for parts of $300 because it was iCloud locked and password locked. Put that in the description and everything. When they got it, they're like, hey, you didn't they said it just didn't work. It's iCloud locked. I can't log in. Well, if you could log in, then it would work, right? So it doesn't work. It's for parts, and I put that in the description, and they were able to. I was able to convince them to I just sent like $50, but like I shouldn't have to do that. Like it literally says on there, people don't read. So that's just annoying, and that's not. It's really kind of eBay's fault, but it's also the buyer's fault for not reading. Because some people that go on eBay usually just go randomly. They're not like constant eBay buyers. So yeah, it's kind of annoying. All right, guys. So the third thing that I don't really like, which I personally don't have that problem, because there are 3 or 4 tiers of a store subscription that you can buy off of eBay. I have the 3rd tier, which is right below the top one, which I can list 10 or 20,000 items per month on eBay, which I'm not doing that much, but I'm able to. But the reason why I pay the $300 a month tag for that subscription base is because I can click a button that says, have us call you, and they call me within 2 minutes, and I get anything resolved. And it is always an American person that speaks Spanish. I don't know, I mean, not Spanish, English. And it's someone in the US, I believe. It could be somewhere else, but they always speak English, and they usually help me right away, and they call me within 2 minutes whenever there's any kind of issue. So within 2 minutes, I press a button and I get a phone call. That's worth it to me for the $300 a month. And because you just get other little perks. Your store, you have a store setting and everything. You can also have a store setting when you pay the $50 a month. I believe it's like 5,000 items a month you can list, which that one is worth it as well. But I'd rather pay the $300 and have that option to call them at any day, multiple times a day, and they call me, and it's someone that speaks English. If you guys are newer to eBay, and if you've been trying to get a hold of eBay as a newer seller, you know how that is. It is very hard. You can't find no number on Google, and you have to wait sometimes like a day or two for them to be able to call you. And when they do call you, it's usually someone from like out of the country that their English is not good, right? We've all been there. I've been there when I started, but then when I found out that's some of the perks that you get when you are an eBay concierge member with $300 a month, I get to call them whenever I want, or they call me, I mean. And then when over here, it's very hard to get a hold of them. And when you do get a hold of them, the rare chance that you do get a hold of them is someone that doesn't speak English that well. So, and it's just hard to communicate with them, right? And they don't really even help you out. So that's very annoying. And also when I'm doing the $300 a month eBay concierge member, and I'm not even trying to sell it to you guys, I'm just saying that I do it because most people won't do this. Most people won't spend the $300 a month. That's a lot of money. What is annoying is that the people that are starting off, which is the majority of people, can't get a hold of the eBay. That's what I don't like about eBay, because it'd be awesome if they could just have that customer service for how much fees you're paying, that we can all just get a callback button, you know? We should all be able to resolve an issue right away. And if I wasn't paying that $300 a month, I wouldn't have that option. Even though I've been kind of a seasoned seller, almost 4 years now with my eBay account, thousands of items sold, I still wouldn't have access to that button unless I'm paying for it. So, you know, a lot of people aren't paying for that, so they don't have access to the customer service. So guys, that was a little rant today. It's something, you know, like I said, eBay has been nothing but great to me, but those are just some of the things that I personally don't like. Comment down below what you guys don't like about eBay. And, you know, maybe I can make some videos about that. But for me personally, everything else besides that, it's been really good. I know some people have had issues where they comment and they are like, oh, it takes forever to eBay to start clearing out my payouts. That's usually just when you're starting off, guys. Me, I have my payouts set for every single day, but I'm about to change them to weekly. But once you prove to eBay that you are not a scammer and that you can consistently deliver product and post product to their site, they trust you more, and then they just start sending you the money immediately. I get it every single day. Every single day I get a payout every day. Monday through Friday I get a payout, Saturday, Sunday waits, and then Monday I get payouts again. So when you're starting out, literally it just takes a while because you need to prove to eBay that you're not going to start scamming people, right? You sell a fake PS4 console, it's just a listing, and then you get $500. They're not going to send you the money when you haven't sold any items before. They wanted to see that you got it delivered, and then you got some positive feedbacks and all that. So that's very important in the beginning. So I know some people were struggling with that commented, but that's usually just when you're brand new, or even a couple months, or you just list stuff. You list 5 items in 6 months. You know, like you need to prove to eBay that you can do that consistently in order to get like quick payouts. And there's an option now that you can do like 30-minute payouts. When you can get the money, when someone buys something, you can send it to your bank right away. But I'm not gonna do that. I like to, or I'm going to start doing weekly now, to where I just get paid once a week. It's one lump sum, and then from there, you know, it's easier for accounting and all that. So to where it's just four lump sums of money that come in the month, and then from there it's easier to, you know, do the accounting, because when it's every day, different amount, you don't really know what's going on, but it'll just be easier to separate everything. But it's really the same thing, you know. So yeah, guys, if you guys learn anything, like I said, consider subscribing, drop a like, comment, subscribe, all that stuff, and I'm gonna catch you guys later.